It's crunch time. It's time to deliver. No more words. Time to talk on the server instead. They'll start on the CT side of Inferno. So many players to talk about. Barely spoken about Floppy either. Alex with a quick look, has a look towards the B apartment to see what's going on. Figure out the climate of the situation. S-Tag is full of grenades on the CT side. Smoke, HE, and a flashbang. Towards the B bomb site at present. A 3-2 setup for Cloud9.
Slow start to this pistol from VP, but they've got Banana, and they've got so many nades on the VP side. 2 mollies, if they keep those for the post plant, that's ridiculous. There's a lot of nades on the Cloud9 side as well, though. Banana control gathered by VP. They shouldn't have to use all these smokes on the initial push either. 2 smokes being used now, mollies being prepped, and they're lining up this push.
Woxic making his way up Speedway, so there will be a third man here to try and offer something. But it's an entire retake from Cloud9. They will not lose any player on the site. Woxic through the smoke, going fishing, catches something. The HE, that's for the bomb plant. Here's the beeps, and here comes a HE grenade. Oh my god, it's devastating! And we've got a dead Keycurt. The bomb's not planted just yet. The initial grenades from Virtus Pro, they were looking to plant the bomb with those, and they've come and gone. Bomb now getting planted, and it's a 5 versus 3 retake. Still a smoke and a flashbang for S-Tag. Floppy with a kit. A lot of players moving towards this coffin position, but is there a flash for them? Woxic jumping through to take the attention of the other players. We've got knives out as well. Alex trying to finish JMF in the corner, and Buster looking for the first frag. This could be perfect. The knife, of course, from the captain in the pistol round. Glorious from Cloud9.
Styling on him with the knife kill at the end. Woxic getting that 1 kill through the smoke as well, and then the nades to deny the bomb plant. That was so nicely done by Cloud9 there. There's that shot from Woxic. A little bit lucky, obviously, but then Floppy lines up that nade kill, and at least VP did have another smoke that they could put down at CT, but Alex just jumping in with the left click, and look at the hype.
I told you about counter-stratting. That was ridiculous. They had a HE from coffins. They abandoned the bomb site. They knew exactly what Virtus Pro were going to do from the pistol round, from round 1. They're like, okay, cool. We're going to back off. You're going to stand here. We're going to sandwich you with HE grenades, and you're not going to plant that bomb. That's the first round of the series, of the entire series. That is terrifying for Virtus Pro. They've got no data. They've got no information. The pages are blank.
And Alex, with that knife money, decided to drop an AWP to Woxic. In the second round, James. In the second round, Woxic's got an AWP. That is a very nice luxury for him. Going back to the point of the data, by the way, Yakindar literally said in his interview that's something he's scared of. Because normally, if you kill a player on the B site, for example, you kind of know, oh, that's normally a B player. Okay, now we can push B. But VP aren't going to know that because they don't know where these players are going to be playing.
Exactly. Virtus Pro. This is a force buy, let's not forget. Very patient. They'll go 1 for 1 around the banana position. Still trying to take their initial map control. Woxic makes his way over. No grenades for the lad. He will take position. And even in this 1.5 rounds we've seen, the aggression, we see identity from this Cloud9 squad. Can he avoid getting traded? That's the question. Yakindar will fall first. Here goes Keycurt as well. Woxic doing what he always does on Inferno. Able to fall back as well. Some distraction, looking for the flick. Doesn't quite get there. 20 seconds to plant the bomb. Still a man advantage for Cloud9. Elevated bomb plant to avoid the spray from coffins. Now you see Floppy going for the normal default. More grenades streaming in now, and the AWP is in the hands of James.
Flash coming in. The molly lands a little bit short. Still a smoke from Mezzy as well. It would be nice if they could smoke off Banana, but it's Sanji with the first fight, Jane with the follow-up, and now it's that man, Mezzy. He's been touted as the closer of this team. Can he win a clutch early in this one? Dipping back through the smoke. He knows Sanji's in this position, but Sanji's not giving him the fight. They're not giving away anything here on the VP side. Mezzy not getting given any opportunities, and that time is going to be too far gone. It's all about denying the AWP, which he will do. Mezzy eventually falling, and it's VP bouncing right back.
That AWP could potentially fly. Nah, not going to happen. Well, an early test for Cloud9. Yeah, you won the pistol with some style points as well, but you lost the force buy. What do you do now? This is good in terms of the viewership, looking at Cloud9 and what kind of form they have in. What kind of depth do you have? Again, this is the worst way to start the CT side. Win the pistol, lose the force buy. Your loss bonus is complete arse. You've got no money. If they lose this round, it could be a great start for Virtus Pro, despite the fashion in which they lost that pistol round, which is still quite scary, but here we are.
Nothing too crazy from Cloud9 in this round either. It's pretty much their default setup. We've been seeing Floppy and S-Tag playing towards this B site. Obviously, in that last one, Woxic rotated over with the AWP to help out. Could see the same again here. Woxic starting to cheat over to the B site. CT smoke not where they wanted it, but Woxic will arrive towards B. Now, the one thing Cloud9 do have is 4 smokes still in their hands in this round. So if the clock runs down and Cloud9 can hold those smokes, that's when they might have a real chance at causing some havoc. But Woxic's already fallen, and Kicker is traded. That gun could be recovered on Banana, but it looks like Cloud9 are going to chill.
Importantly, Floppy, well, for Cloud9, Floppy has a smoke, which he has just deployed to slow things down if necessary. The gun won't be retrieved. Now, I do wonder if Cloud9 will do any fishing elsewhere. You can see Virtus.pro sticking together. No sound cues, and Cloud9 will take the gamble. Now, they probably realized already that they've taken the wrong bomb site. With the Deagles and the Kevlar and so on, there is an option to just hold on to this. With 4 players alive, essentially with a force buy, it more or less gives them another force buy in the next round rather than all die and basically have USPs and be free kills for Virtus.pro. So they can still try to turn this situation around in the next round by holding on to what they have. Maybe they fish here and there to try and collect a rifle or something, but I would imagine they'll save here.
It's a shame that gun has been dropped on Banana from VP, so there's basically no way of getting that primary weapon away from them. I think it was even picked up by one of the players who just had a Deeg in this round. So they're fine on the VP side of things. Cloud9 going to have to show some grit early in this game. After winning the pistol, they will be falling behind, but at least they'll have a chance in this next round. Again, still early days here on Inferno. We're really waiting to see those gun rounds come through for Cloud9. And obviously, we have to remind you that this is the pick of Virtus.pro. Inferno should be a map Cloud9 have practiced at least somewhat, though. Got to expect everyone's practicing at least a little bit of Inferno these days.
Yeah, it's a big staple map. Very big staple map. Again, an early test is good. This lighting is crazy. I think the lighting is changing on that ceiling.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Which, I know some might find distracting, but no issue for him. Early molly into the apartments. And again, 4 players saved in that round prior. I'm sure the HUD will be back soon, don't worry. 4 players saved in the round prior, so this is still a very dangerous round for the likes of Virtus.pro. Going fishing on Banana, nothing doing there. And this is Sanji's identity. This is his signature. In the apartments with a Mac-10, you may later on see him flying out of that boiler door with pop flashes through top mid. He is a dab hand at that. And often it's by design, whereas other teams will be like, oh, we're struggling, got to pull this out, we'll see what we can do with it. This is just part of their remit. They're used to it. This is what they're happy with.
Yeah, Sanji loves those SMGs. Makes him very good in these sorts of rounds as well, where he's only up against the pistols. A couple of smokes all over that A-bomb site. Woxic's playing behind one of them on the site itself. Woxic there taking a couple of shots, not really looking for the kill, but trying to bait them into Alex, which he has done. It's actually Woxic who got that kill as well, but he's the only man remaining, and he won't be standing much longer. Virtus.pro with a 3-1 lead, but the buy about to come through for Cloud9. Not quite enough money for an AWP, though.
No sniper rifle, which is less than ideal, but less than ideal is good. Again, trying to glean as much information on this team as possible. Not a perfect situation, will be a good test for them. Now we'll see how Sanji is utilized with the Mac-10. I feel like his role is the definition of a thankless task. Early grenades on Banana. Kika lucky to be alive. Someone we haven't spoken about too much just yet. And S-Tag will finish off the job. Buster lurking now. I don't think he collided with that HG grenade, which would be a sound cue. Sometimes the spray will come after that, but at least he will secure the Banana position, trying to catch somebody out of position, but Cloud9 have fallen back already. Not too hungry, not too greedy. With the 3rd man rotating on B, we can see a pretty passive on the A-bomb site, and S-Tag's continuing. Sorry, Buster continuing to go in, but Floppy trades immediately, and the timing is such. Oh no, that could be the opening they were looking for, Virtus.pro. Straight through the smoke they go.
Yeah, Kindar getting that all-important kill onto the B site. Smoke can now go down. They can use their utility to make sure they're safe. And we're already seeing the individual loose playstyle from VP come through and work out for them in these early rounds. Alex is going to be boosted up. It's still a 3v3, and oh, the bomb is denied just in time. That's going to buy Cloud9 a bit more time to work with because Mezzy is very far away from the action right now. He's just now pushing down mid. What's the play from VP, though? They're actually pushing into CT spawn.
Oh boy, and quietly as well. Woxic's got no idea, almost, but not quite. Now, Mezzy hasn't quite committed to the B bomb site just yet, but he is making his way over there. I guess it's a coin flip. You don't know which way they're going to go, but it is the A bomb site. 20 seconds, and Mezzy wonders, perhaps he gets close enough to upgrade his FAMAS at the very least. Nope, going to turn around. He's got utility to try and isolate a fight, but he can't be expecting these positions. Sanji in the library, and Yekindar on the site itself now. He could be coming from A or B. He does not have a kit, and I can't imagine there's one near the A bomb site. All the action's really been towards B, so he's got to find these kills quickly. Sanji focusing on spawn for the time being. Demoli, and out comes. That's a nice headshot. Now, where is Sanji? He's got a smoke to try and defuse the bomb, but a 10-second defuse? Surely not. He's got to find it quick, but Sanji will deny him. And Virtus Pro are up 4-1 on the T side of Inferno.
That's just such an unexpected position for Sanji to be playing, with where that bomb is planted deep on the site. Mezzy clearly had no clue that was even a possibility. And it's understandable from Mezzy's perspective. He's probably thinking the player has to be near the bomb on the site itself. There was some early fights on Banana, but that shot from Buster, such an important kill there, just to get that one kill towards B, because that meant as soon as Yekindar got that spray through the smoke, they could commit to that B bomb site. They get another round win early. VP starting strong on their T side of Inferno. I will say, VP had a very good T side of Inferno against Na'Vi recently. I think they won 11 rounds, and they only gave up 1 round to Na'Vi on their entire T side half of Inferno. So I think VP are very good on this T side of Inferno. And that flash was a little too fast. Sanji with a nice little off angle to get the kill.
Yeah, it's very easy to focus almost completely on Cloud9 here, but VP are often a very good team. Should always be a very good team. Area control from Floppy. Just sneaks through the smoke grenade, but will VP commit to this? We can see a boost behind the smoke. Some HEs for the expected angles, and they're not wrong in that respect. Little spray from Kika. The numbers game is coming through now. Estag looks up, only to get taken down. Floppy with 2, though. That's pretty impressive. He's made it doable. Oh my God, Alex, how on earth has he landed that one? 2 versus 2, there's a rifle to collect on Banana, but he looks to be rotating towards the CT spawn area to allow one player from Virtus Pro to focus on Banana while they work together. A tag, but no kill. Look at the HP on these VP players.
And the Cloud9 players, they're all so low right now. Mezzy and Alex, the UK brothers, looking on this retake. Mezzy starting to lead the charge. Again, the time is ticking. Mezzy misses that first shot. And now Alex gets an AK, but he's got to figure out both players are pushed in this same position. And he's just crouching in the corner right now. Might just be playing for exits.
Yeah, I think he wants to make it as expensive as possible, focusing on their economy rather than his own. Oh, he's lining them up as well. Bobby, big brain. Well, he's got as most as you could expect him to get from that. Virtus Pro take nothing into the next round, but a 4-round lead.
Looking good for VP. I think a big part of their success is normally that banana control as well. I've seen a lot of rounds where Buster gets aggressive and finds the gap in the defense. Kicker is normally alongside him. In that previous round earlier, we saw Yekindar getting involved on banana. A lot of players on the VP side that can make plays happen. And we finally get a full gun round for both teams. AWPs out for both snipers. We barely even talked about Jame and his style of AWPing so far. He's got the AWP out on the T side. Woxic's going for the run boost across mid, but it's a 3-man B stack from Cloud9.
Yeah, they didn't have perfect utility, Cloud9. I do wonder if that will encourage them to be aggressive. And this is one way to do it with area control. Woxic in the apartments. Hello, goodbye, Yekindar. That's a painful one. And we'll see if Woxic rotates his position from apartments towards long. We now have 4 players towards A with a Molotov around the long area. And James, he likes to hold angles for a while. And you can look to see that in Dust 2 as well. But in the meantime, Sanji has found an opening on this A bomb site. Now, VP are not going to commit to anything just yet, but have a look at him walking on the radar towards that B bomb site. The bomb is still T-ramp. Keeping their options wide open. They're showing presence on both sides. So that's a great response from Alex, but where do Cloud9 put their personnel? They've seen guys towards A, seen guys towards B. Keycut lost towards the B bomb site. Poking and prodding not quite working out now for VP as Cloud9 find themselves in a 4 versus 2. Bomb's been collected by James, who's still looking for Curiosity, but I think it might be time to save.
Got to get the first save in early. I'm sure someone will be keeping track. Maybe that's what we get our stats, man.
Hold on a second. He's making his way up Banana. Buster feels like he could find an opening here. And I think everyone will expect James to save. So the fact he isn't, maybe he catches someone off guard. Woxic misses his shot. S-Tag still in the back. He's playing for the counter. He's playing for the clock. He's allowing Woxic to run distraction. There's the trade frag immediately. And now the rotation can come through. Dancing while he tries to avoid James. James might have time to plant. Maybe not, though, as S-Tag continues to go around the corner. Has he done his job? 4 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a real close one. I'm not sure if he's got it. Oh, my God. That changes everything. 1v2 now for James. Alex is so far away as well. James able to reposition. There are 2 flashes for Alex. But they don't know exactly where James is. He's unscoped now, but he scopes back in confidently. I don't think they've heard him either. Last seen on the site, not in this area at all. He's got an angle to fall back on. This is looking painful for Cloud9. He's halfway there now. Mezzi alone in the 1 versus 2. He's got to jiggle. He's got to bait the shot, but James lands it. He's clutched it with maybe 0.2 seconds to plant the bomb. That is outrageous from Virtus.pro.
I thought S-Tag had done enough. He was doing such a good job on that B-bomb site, just staying alive, playing the positions. James eventually hunts him down. It has to be a no-scope to allow him to get the bomb down in the first place. And then in this 2v1, Cloud9 can't figure it out quickly enough. They can't work together. Alex just jumping across. And yeah, I'm sure VP are hyped right now.
Oof. Can see that cry of Harosh from Virtus.pro. 6 rounds in a row. And it's VP calling the timeout for the time being. Success has been brief for Cloud9. But Virtus.pro are playing pretty well. So no disrespect there. Again, that pistol round was really epic. And that is something to think about for the entire series in terms of counter-stratting. But first, they need to get some momentum. They need to win a round. They need to win it with 3-4 plus players alive. So they've got money to have a proper buy in the next round, being on the CT side. They got maximum loss bonus, and that's about it. Bunch of Desert Eagles, a lot of utility. We have seen they've got a discipline. They know how to use it together. But Virtus.pro are playing well at the moment.
Kindar getting into the apartments. This is a slightly different setup from VP's standard opening to the round. Normally they'll have Kicker and Buster both taking banana control, but in this round they've stacked one more player over towards the A site early. It was James instead kind of holding banana alongside Kicker, but they've been able to get the banana control anyway, even with only one man here. Kicker's just clearing these angles, not even using nades. This is why VP can be a tricky team to play against. You see, Floppy's just not ready.
There's a gap in that smoke as well. He'll make his way through, no problem. 4 plays, delete some grenades. Maybe damage should be done here. 1, not 2, however, for S-Tag. But Woxic is still at the back of the site. He is on fire, however, but no one's focusing on it. Putting in some more work of the USP, 3 versus 2. Kika just barely alive. Another awkward spot. Sanji upgrades the Mac 10 for an AK-47. Alex has surely been hurt in the flames. And Jane will clean that up. That really makes things a little less dangerous. Mezzi, however, was using a lot of Deagle in the warm-up. Look at the time on the clock. Still haven't planted a bomb just yet. He doesn't want to give the sound cue away. Oh, God. You can see immediately he realizes he has conceded his position. And that changes everything. Bomb planted. He has a smoke to try and isolate a fight. Maximum loss bonus. Won't be concerned with saving at present. Just trying to find out where the players are. Very awkward position for him, though, especially with James holding the angle. 7-1 for Virtus.pro.
Another buy on the cards for Cloud9. I'd love to see Woxic go for some of those AWP peaks down mid as well. He's so good at those fights down mid, just because of his fast reaction time and his ability to go for those fast flicks. He can be very deadly in those duels. The problem is, he knows that James has an AWP on the other side, and he knows that James loves to hold angles. You even said it earlier, James. James? Oh God, I just got myself confused.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be one to look out for on the T side of Dust 2. Catching players rotating from B towards mid. He loves to sit and watch those doors from the Xbox. But first, we have some aggression on Banana. Kika with the ever-dangerous job of trying to avoid grenades he can't see coming. Makes his way through the smoke. And again, Virtus.pro have done a good job on his T side of simply emerging quietly. in areas. You saw the entries in the 2vx from Buster making his way onto B in that crazy clutch round. They will just suddenly be somewhere and not give you much warning, and that is pretty worrisome. Now, Cloud9 have got to find some rounds on this CT side. Otherwise, they will be way too reliant on a pistol in the second half. Still a 5-on-5 with a minute remaining. I feel like that might have been a little rare in these rounds thus far. Cloud9 fishing over the smoke somewhat. You can see Virtus.pro with a heightened focus towards the A bomb site. But having seen nothing in that boost, that might be why Woxic's making his way towards A at the... towards B rather, at the wrong time. He has an angle on Speedway, but if he gets smoked off, Library may already be a problem.
Smoke's arriving on the site. That same smoke to cut off that close angle from Alex. He can't take the fight as easily. And with 35 seconds left, the push is being prepared, but Mezzi's got to smoke down. That could be dangerous for VP. They're having to run through that, and Alex is on the other side of it. 2 quick kills for Alex. He's hoping to see if he can do any more. Just sitting in that smoke, buying even more time. Sanji clears him, but he doesn't get the kill. Alex with 3 on the site, and now Woxic has arrived. It's only Jame remaining. He gets the first kill. 12 seconds left. The bomb will be planted, but Floppy and S-Attack are running him down.
Looking to trade frag immediately before he can change position. Misses his quick scope. And Cloud9 finally get a second round on the board. Only 2 players surviving, which isn't quite enough. They may have problems with their next buy, but they will need to pick up an AWP at the very least. And I said Library is going to be a problem because the smokes were being deployed there, which is where Woxic wanted to rotate. But Alex bought enough time on the site staying alive that the smokes had gone, which allows Woxic to contribute as they close out the round.
I remember the last time we casted together, James, ages ago, 2019, we were casting Alex on Inferno. He had that ridiculous Deagle play from the graveyard. This was a really nice round from him as well. Playing back on that A site. I think any questions about Alex's individual ability after a long time off have instantly been answered here. He's already top of the board. He's already having a good start to this game. He's clearly had a lot of time to get up to speed individually. And finally, a second round win for Cloud9. A long time coming.
They need consecutive rounds, Cloud9. They have squeezed out a good amount of utility, but we can see the shortcomings. Mezzi on the FAMAS, so there is an issue. Now Virtus.pro, look at this timing. Looking to burst straight onto the A bomb site, trying to catch them off guard. Sanju, the Mac 10, of course, best man for the job. Bombs on the floor and short. 3 players are here, and Alex won't be able to hold on to the bomb site. Floppy smoked off, got to really try and avoid that spray, and they may have cooled around already. Lost position, and they can't go back to poverty straight away. They can hold on to 3 weapons if they are allowed. There's not too much money for Virtus.pro, but they may consider hunting, considering how rough this half has been for Cloud9 the entire time. But again, finally, a smidgen of success for Cloud9, and VP flipped the script. We had a lot of slow rounds outside of the initial engagements on Banana, just quietly emerging. This time, just burst out the apartment straight into a numbers game, trade frags. Thank you and good night.
Mezzi getting a little unfortunate, I guess you could argue, dinking 2 with the FAMAS there. That's why Alex pulls out the nade on the site, because he knows there's a chance he can get 2 kills, but he did it at just the wrong time. I do wonder whether... Oh, James actually died. Okay. I think VP should be fine. Their money's... Oh, actually, their money's nowhere near as good as I was expecting.
No,
that's
great.
a problem.
Sanji with the Mac 10. No one does it better. Nobody does it better, because it's by design. You can see it here. You can see on Mirage of like MP9s towards the B bomb site. I love to see it. Maybe Cloud9 don't, however. But still, they held on to enough. They can buy around what they had. However, well, they could still get 7 rounds out of this. It's not looking likely at present, but it's still possible. Not too late to turn things around. Woxic looking down mid. Buster! Again! Just dry peeking. No respect for Cloud9. And it would be beneficial. Big pop flash, no swing just yet. S-tag with the spray, and maybe VP will sit on this advantage. 5 versus 4, minute 30 on the clock. Plenty of time to make C9 feel nervous and stretch them out, but S-tag's coming back. Unsuccessful, however.
Alex is going to go for it as well. On the edge of the smoke. Oh, did he spot that man there? I think he might have. He's backing away now. And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, James. Buster just seems to have a great knack for finding those timing windows, for finding those really annoying timings on those peaks that the CTs are just never really fully ready for it. And now Cloud9 are down in a 3v5. They realize they probably have to take a risk here. They're fully stacking the B site. We always talk about the save game on Inferno and how that can come through quite often. I think we've got a great example of it here. Virtus.pro are about to walk into a wide open A bomb site. And it's going to have to be another save for Cloud9.
Even though, or is it? Well, looks like they're considering something. I'll talk about their responses later. We'll see what they choose to do. Maybe, oh no, they're going to cancel. So, if you see the aggressive response from Alex, this is why you'll have a new roster announced with plenty of new players, and you're expecting like a really slow start in terms of coordination and so on. But with this particular group of players, I just expect more synergy at the beginning, and they know immediately what to do. They're losing a guy, but he knows, all right, I need to make a play here. If we've got any chance of winning the round, I've got to catch somebody off guard and make a play, make a stand right now, which is why there's no hesitation in that decision making, which is promising. But Virtus.pro are dismantling Cloud9 round after round at present. But again, VP are not to be trifled with. This is not just any team that we're talking about here.
Yeah, they've been beating Na'Vi recently, pretty consistently. We haven't had to see them too often against EU competition. That's what we were waiting for. Buster's just been brilliant on Banana, though. He was doing the same against Na'Vi, which is why I was seeing a lot of promise for Buster on these Banana plays. He's only 7 for 8 in terms of kills, but I think he's had a good bit of impact so far. And again, Cloud9 are able to save. They're able to keep a gun round together, but they need to start winning rounds. A 9-2 down on their CT side. Inferno is a map that has recently switched in the pro scene. It's slightly T-sided now as Inferno, and some aggression down Banana. Mezzi not going to get the kill, but his teammates will. The follow-up comes through, and Cloud9 win the early fights.
Now, will there be a response towards the A bomb site? They realized there were 3 towards B. Does that mean passive towards A? Well, they may be about to find out. Woxic just misses the shot, and there's an opening, trying to catch Cloud9 out of position now. We can see Alex making his way towards the library, but can he even take a fight? 21 HP, still managed to slink through that Molotov onto the A bomb site. So he has a crossfire now with S-Tag, who's in the pit. However, they're going to be pushed from both sides. We can see Yekindar slow to make his way up long, but on the short position, we have 2 on the site now. Pulling a gun up, they were lining up for Alex, but no. Maybe a bomb plant can be done. S-Tag still in the pit. Floppy making his way towards short. Things slowing down now. Sorry, Floppy's coming in from the library for this position. Yekindar on a short area, and they're just not winning the duels here. Not quite on the mark. Floppy S-Tag now in a 1 versus 3. They're looking for him. Seek and destroy. They want to play that numbers game and still abuse it. Running low on bullets. He was trying to be conservative, but still couldn't get that second kill. VP out dueling Cloud9. You can see they try to win a numbers game if trade frags are needed on Banana, but still they come up short.
Yeah, those mollies down mid as well there. Instead of just putting the mollies down Banana, just to make sure that you can completely deny any other players from helping on Banana. Surprisingly enough, it's VP who have been taking a couple of these tactical timeouts. They've taken their second timeout here ahead of this next round. It may be partly because Cloud9 just keep on somehow managing to get enough money to scrape these buys together. In that last round as well, S-Attack does a really good job at surviving in the pit, but he never really got into a position where he could fight with his teammate, unfortunately. You saw that Floppy was really trying to push as S-Attack got mollied out, but the angle just was never given to him. VP knew he was in pit, so they just made sure they weren't exposed from that.
Yeah, VP running a tight ship. Just glimpses of opportunity for Cloud9. Once Cloud9 get the AKs, though, maybe they'll fare somewhat better with the duels. However, if they go into the T side with... Oh, dear. If they go into the T side with 2 rounds on the board, oh, is that going to be an uphill struggle? Well, VP are chill. They've pretty... In many cases, you could say they've won the round already on Banana. They slowed things down and not committed, so they haven't on this occasion. And Alex has now had the bomb dropped in front of the site. He's going to make a play with the flashbang, but they've tagged him. He's trying to do the best he can, but the 180 is not going to work out for him. Buster will hold position now, but Woxic is here. Bomb up, bomb down again. 2-on-2, still with an angle on the bomb. They don't know, Virtus.pro, where Mezzi is right now. They're concerned about their 6. They've got some utility, they've got flashes, they've got mollies. They've got all kinds of junk to throw at this side. You can see Woxic trying to be in a very unpredictable position. Just in case they've got some shenanigans. Mezzy keeping an eye on CT. As VP run the clock down, you've got to wonder about Cloud9. Here's some grades into the side. Now Mezzy's in a 1 versus 2. Bomb collection squad is on the way. Comes from the same angle, 1v1 now. 15 HP, he can't take a duel here. Picks up the AWP because of that. He has to land the first shot, but there comes the Kobe.
Jeez, that was a slam dunk from Yakinda. I'm pretty sure he bounced that off the ceiling of the map to get the kill onto the site. Beautifully done. Mezzy given no chance in the clutch. Still though, it comes close from Cloud9. I think Alex has been really effective in some of these aggressive CT spots. We're always seeing him push into an unexpected position. He's having to do that because they keep going behind, but he's keeping them in these rounds at least. Unfortunately for Cloud9, it's just not working for round wins. And after so many buy rounds were scrapped together for Cloud9, this one has to be a weaker investment.
Oh, okay. Woxic with the Deagle will find himself 1 kill. There's only 1 rifle in this round for Cloud9. Holding money for the final rounds. It's a false start, you might say, here on Inferno. The pick of Virtus Pro, though, and they're showing us why. Absolute dominance. They've got their foot on the side of the face of Cloud9 at present.
I think VP are also way better on the T side of this map than the CT side as well. Going back to that game I was referencing against Na'Vi, in that game VP started CT side of Inferno and they only got 5 rounds. So them starting on the T side here I think has helped them a fair bit. They're just way better on this T side of the map. We're seeing already just some of the timing windows they've been getting. This is the first round where the read might be wrong though, James. They're running into a 3-man B stack.
Indeed they are, and this might be the kind of round that Cloud9 needs. Any kind of round, doesn't matter how it comes as long as it does. Kika knows the angles, but doesn't land the bullets on this occasion. Still committing with 39 seconds. How many players are here? There goes the molly for New Box, and there goes S-Tag. Mezzy and Alex still alive. 30 seconds remain. But Mezzy's still on the A bomb site, only now rotating. Again, Alex trying to buy as much time as possible. This is absolutely ridiculous. Search de Soleil from Alex with the 5-7. Yekindar looking for that second player. How on earth is Alex still alive? Mezzy keep the gun out. He has to keep the gun out here. There's no time to rotate, however. And now he's at New Box. This is completely ridiculous. They've got to go for elimination. 10 seconds. Alex will have time. He's just dancing around New Box and the fountain, and he still goes for the peak. That is confidence. It's only a 3rd round, much needed, but it can spur them on for the final one.
18 kills now for Alex. He's been doing what he can to keep his team in this game. That round is a perfect example of it. Buying so much time on the B site, getting that rifle into his hands, and doing huge work with it.
The way he's just staying alive in these situations is absolutely ridiculous. The peak as well is nasty. Hashtag UK Mads, hashtag Greg's, hashtag Bacon Sarnies. Final round of the first half. Now for... who knows? Who knows if it could be enough? Time will tell. See what they can do. It's been such a difficult road for Cloud9 on Inferno thus far. Slower pace from Virtus Pro. 3-2 setup from Cloud9. Not going to fight on Banana this time. Suggesting a retake though. But Buster just looking for these entries. Been given some real estate to play with, and he is not shy with that AK.
The nice thing for Cloud9 here is not fighting for Banana meant they had a lot of nades to work with in reply. Now they only have a few smokes left on this B site, though. That's the smoke going down, but Kika has beaten it. Kika's ahead of it, and S-Attack's not ready. Yakindar with the initial entry. Floppy tries to go aggressive with the flashbang, but Kika gets the kill, and it's the last round of the half. They have to go for this retake on the Cloud9 side, but I'm not fancying their chances.
Virtus Pro with more numbers than a lottery draw on this B bomb site. And Cloud9 are just getting taken out one by one. It's 10-pin bowling for Virtus Pro in this final round of the first half. Looking to 12-3 Cloud9 in their new roster debut. Well then, Woxic 1 versus 5. He's got a long road ahead of him. It may be cut short by Virtus Pro in this round, and indeed it will be by Buster. Absolute dominance from Virtus Pro in the first half of Inferno. This was their pick, and they are showing us why. A false start for Cloud9 at the beginning, but it's about how you finish, and we'll find that out after the break. After an amazing pistol round from Cloud9, success was brief, the environment was arid, and they come into the T side with only 3 rounds on the board. Now, if they have such prowess on their T side pistol as well, then who knows? Maybe the sky is the limit. Maybe they'll be left in the basement, though, by Virtus.pro.
There's a very real chance of that happening. 4 players on the A side of the map for Virtus.pro. They have a kit in the hands of Yakinda. As for Cloud9, again, a fair few nades for them. Alex being the man buying the utility alongside Floppy. And I think you can feel the importance of this pistol round for Cloud9. They are taking their time here. They're not going to be making any mistakes. They're making sure they know exactly what they want to do in this pistol. They're actually using decoys. Woxic just threw a decoy somewhere. I don't know if he's trying to fake a smoke or fake a flash or something. Either way, we won't dig too deep into that because Cloud9 are now starting to group up on the A site. It looks like a contact play, but it looks like VP are 1 step ahead of them.
Yeah, who's got the counters now? Don't forget the headshots though. Yakinda with the smoke grenade in the pit. Creates some space for himself. Stay alive. James here in Graveyard. And Graveyard is where he will lie. Kika takes one in the face and another one from the Glocks. And down he goes. No response, just Jet from Virtus.pro. Still 2 players remain. Yakinda through the smoke is devastating them. How many bullets has he got left? Enough to pop Mezzy. And suddenly it's S-tag and down he goes. Oh my days.
God damn, Yakinda! That is filthy with the USP. To get 4 kills from the pit there, it looked like Cloud9 lost track of him in the midst of all the madness, in the midst of all the chaos. Mezzy dropping down for a nice couple of openers, but they didn't realize Yakinda was still here. He gets 2 for the price of 1, and then the ammo conservation at the end to just land those 1-taps. Fantastic stuff. That is why Yakinda was picked up for this VP roster. His skill set is unbelievable, and Virtus.pro have got a great chance of just running away with this now.
Gotta say, when Sanji is 11 for 6, more or less at the beginning of a half after the T side, that is very telling that you have been on the receiving end of something disgusting, because his job is to use crap weapons, die, and buy things for other people. So if he's 11 for 6, I think that right there is a fatal indicator maybe for Cloud9 on Inferno. That pistol, they had so much advantage, but it was whisked away, it was swept away. A tornado of bullets from Yakinda. Pop flash, the numbers game now. Cloud9 can try to abuse it. Alex Wing towards the tree position. But there's no oxygen there for him. Yakinda tagged through the smoke, has to be careful. I'm sure they'll go for a retake here. They've got a smoke, an incendiary. Try to isolate some of these players, but do Cloud9 have more aggression in them? They're all here. Mezzy has a flashbang. See if he's got an angle to use it. There's the isolation from both sides, actually, which will channel Virtus.pro through coffins. S-tag potentially with a flank, just standing in the smoke of a Cloud9 with a Tech9 rather. In the meantime, Woxic up close to the MP9. Here come the trades, but rather numbers. Mezzy with the Deagle, down to 2 versus 2. Kika's picked up a kit and a bullet to the face as well, and James got a fadeaway. Not much else he can do but try to make it more expensive for Cloud9. They have forced their way back into this half for now.
Mezzy getting involved in these early rounds as well. He got 2 entries in the pistol round. Now he gets 2 important Deagle kills in this one. He only got 4 kills throughout the whole first half, James, but he's already got 4 kills in the second half, just off these first 2 rounds. I love this call from Cloud9 as well. Virtus.pro have had some real problems holding that B bomb site. Oftentimes it feels like Yakinda isn't fully committed to the site hold. Oftentimes it feels like he's a little bit away. And yeah, that shot, lovely.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Mezzy, he was just deagling the whole time in warm-up. Yeah. And I was like, okay, let me see what he's got. He's getting some nice 1-deags down mid, and he continues to deliver them when it really counts. Now, again, as we said in the first half, the T's winning the second round rather than the first kind of benefits them, but maybe not when you're down and your opponent has 12 rounds. It reduces the small margin for error that Cloud9 have, and they still have to win against the Force by Virtus.pro. A VP who have a double peek in the apartments. Floppy is surely going to be in for a nasty surprise. If he swings to avoid this angle, to see if anyone's in Graveyard, surely Sanji's got him down guaranteed. P50 to bait Sanji, only good for 1, but Kika can follow up with a second and fade away as well, so they still have some position. He's got Jane for support. This has not gone the way Cloud9 wanted.
Mezzy realizing he just has to play safe there. He can't try and jump out to get the kill with the AK. He can't risk giving that away, so he has to slow down and just allow the 3v4 to ensue. I think it's good that Mezzy is realizing that as well. Under the pressure, under these circumstances. Mezzi is a very intelligent player. He's aware that he can't push like that. They'd rather just regroup, and that's why. All the rifles gang up on James. He gets taken out of action, and now Kicker is alone on this A site. He knows that there's no push up A long. He's now spotted Esatag. The rotate is arriving from VP, and there's only 34 seconds left here. Cloud9 have got to speed this up, and Yakindar's the man who gets the kill.
The timing's absolutely brutal, and surely it's irretrievable from here. Woxic's got 24 seconds. Buster with the headshot. They force straight back. They're 2 rounds away from the first map, Virtus.pro. It looks hard. It gets even harder.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Hopefully, James. But it's been so tough for Cloud9. Every time it feels like they've got a glimmer of hope, it gets snapped away from them. I liked this decision to go back into the 3v3 and just group up with the rifles, but Yakindar lands a couple of key shots, and there was just such little time left there for Cloud9 that Virtus.pro could get into position, and now it looks almost certain that VP are going to be closing this one out. It's another round where Cloud9 have got to come up with something special to get themselves back on top.
Avoiding the initial grenades. They'll be passive on T-ramp. Looking to thin the utility of Virtus.pro, maybe expecting them to use a lot of it early in case Cloud9 try to rush somewhere. 3 smokes remain for Virtus.pro with 1:20 on the clock. Buster alone on Banana. And have a look at Cloud9 on the radar. Almost in a straight line on second mid. They start to approach top mid. Jay moving off angle in the cubby hole. Just moving around at long while Sanji goes to join the defenses at B. So there'll be 3 players on this A bomb site for the time being, and Long has been smoked off. Alex goes back to get a fadeaway flashbang, a burst through the smoke. He's got some sound cues, James, but what is his plan here? Is he going to stay in situ behind that smoke or reposition?
Just sitting in the pit, but 2 kills instantly onto the site. Esatag and Mezzi both opening things up, and even though James got the one lurking player from Long, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Bomb down on the A site. VP is sticking around, but we know how difficult these retakes can be, and they're going to call it off. They're going to call for the save. Cloud9 continuing to fight as hard as they can to get back in this game. They're going to win another one. They need to make sure they don't lose this follow-up round, though, and with VP saving some guns, it's not going to be an easy feat.
Yeah, they could really do with winning that consecutive round, Cloud9. We would like to see a competitive game here on Inferno. A sea of red at the top there. All those T rounds won by Virtus.pro. If you were just joining us, we saw a spectacular pistol round on the CT side from Cloud9 at the beginning of this match. And then Virtus.pro smashed them. I hesitate to say Virtus.plow because I feel like that's part of the identity of the Polish players, and something new should come for this particular squad. But it has been, they have been putting in work, let's say.
Nice that Cloud9 had something planned as well there on that A play, that double nade stack into the pit. Just gets them that 1 extra kill, which effectively confirms the round for them. A really nice wrinkle to throw in there when you know you have to do something a little bit different to win the round. And now the buy's coming back for both teams. Not too much in it in terms of weaponry. A couple of guns missing from Virtus.pro, but it's not too bad. They're going to run into the molly. Yakindar's a madman. He's got away with it. Sanji also getting 1. And Yakindar is somehow still alive, even though he's the furthest man up on Banana. He's tucked himself into the little cubby hole, and he will be waiting there for further action.
James trying to bait. He's showing presence top Banana to make them walk past and not consider Yakindar, and there's the free kill from it. And now James can come back and try to help. That becomes more difficult. Scurrying away, no grenades to delay James, just trying to hold position. Seems he will hold coffins, wait for rotation from Kika, who's only got a 5-7 right now. And James really has repositioned. He's got the headshot angles as well. They have no idea where he is, and he could fade away, buy more time for Kika. Mezzi now has to clutch. Surely they don't go back and forth again. Through the smoke, and Kika with the 5-7, no respect game. And it's game point for Virtus.pro.
It's back and forth, but VP don't care at this point. They're so close to victory. They're going to need one more round to win this one, and Cloud9 at this point are probably out of ideas in these sorts of rounds. They've had a couple of nice ones with these forces. They've had a couple of nice rounds with the pistols, with some nades. This is where you wouldn't expect them to have much more up their sleeve, but maybe they've got some ideas. They've got some smart guys to work with. Alex and Esatag, obviously two big brainers. And a fast play up banana is the answer for Cloud9. They're trying to see if they can get back into it. Mezzi is able to trade, but there are still two more CTs here. Jane being one of them, finally pulls the trigger, gets a second kill, and it's all on Woxic.
The patience from Jane there, they're absolutely devastating. Sanji with a signature kill, the MP9 to close out Inferno for Virtus Pro. A devastating start for Cloud9. It was the pick of VP. Of course, it is a best-of-3 series, but that has got to be disheartening. Not much in the name of success.